Today we're going to be talking about the present tense in Latin. Now the first thing we need to do is talk about verb conjugations. So, just like nouns decline, which means that they're using different endings to express the case of the noun and how the noun is acting in the sentence, verbs conjugate. And that gives information about how the verb is working through both the stem and the ending. And the information is the person, number, tense, voice, and mood. That might seem like a lot, but we're only going to be worrying about the person, number, and tense today. And the only tense we're talking about is the present tense, things that are happening now. Now, verb person expresses who is doing the action. And there are three verb persons that we use. First person is I. So, for example, I am teaching a lesson. Second person is you. You are learning about verbs right now. And third person can either use the pronouns he, she, or it, or just use a noun. For example, the marker is writing on the whiteboard. Number, on the other hand, is how many are doing the action. And this is conveyed by singular, one person or thing is doing the action, or plural, many are. And there are different singular and plural forms for all three verb persons. So we have the singular I becomes the plural we. We are going to the movies. In English, we use the same form, you, for singular and plural second person. But in Latin, they do make a difference between the two. So we're going to borrow the colloquial form, y'all, to express our second person plural, for clarity's sake. We are going to the movies. Do y'all want to come with us? Third person, we've seen he, she, and it. And when you pluralize, you have they. They all went to the movies together. Notice it's a little bit weird that the verb person is expressed with the numbers 1, 2, and 3, while the verb number is expressed by the words singular and plural. But if you keep in mind that it's showing who and how many, that will help you keep them straight. Now let's apply this to Latin. In order to figure out the forms for a verb, we're going to need to look at its principal parts. The principal parts are what you'll see when you look up a verb in the dictionary. For example, the verb to love is amo, amare, amavi, amatus. Now these forms represent the first person singular present, I love, the present active infinitive, to love, the perfect active first singular, I loved, and the perfect passive participle, having been loved. Don't worry too much about those grammar terms. We'll get to them one at a time. Today, we're just going to focus on that present active. So, we'll need our first, second, and third persons, our singular, and plural. I already mentioned that our first singular present is our first principal part. So that is amo. I'm going to put the ending in a different color for clarity. And that would mean I love. Now for the rest of the verbs in this set, we're going to go to the second principal part. I'm going to cross out that RE, and we have ama, which is called the present stem. So we're going to fill that in for all the other forms. And now let's take a look at those endings. We've got O, S, T, mus, tis, and NT. Some people like remembering them separately, OST, mus, tis, nt. Others like combining the first three into one, so it's ost, mus, tis, nt. Either way of memorizing them works, as long as you remember that it is 6 total endings. Let's translate them. Amo, I love, first singular. Our second singular, amas, you love. For third singular, I'm just going to pick one of the possible pronouns. So, amat, she loves. Amamos, we love. Amatis, y'all love. And amant, they love. All right, let's do one last example. If we were using the verb habeo, habere, habui, habitus, which means to have, and we wanted to express it in the third person singular, which would be he has, we would go to the second principal part and remove the RE to get our present stem, habe, and then go to our third person singular ending, the T, habet. And then if we wanted to make it first plural, we would use that same present stem, habe, and then go to first person, plural, the ending is mus, and habemus would mean we have. And with that, habe tis, there y'all have it. Have a great day.